Hi, it's Denise with Divine Life Travel. Just wanted to touch base with you about travel insurance. You're going to see a video of a conversation that I had with a person who works with travel insurance a lot. And there's a lot of extreme examples, but I've seen people just even fall on a cruise ship or even while walking on a beach. Why travel insurance is very important when you leave the United States. If you decide afterwards you still don't want the travel insurance, definitely let me know and we'll go ahead and provide a waiver for you. But please take a listen and let us know what your thoughts are afterwards. Thank you.
Travel protection insurance. Yeah. I'm a stickler on that.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
You know, so many people do not realize that when they leave the United States, they just left the only humanitarian country that exists. And as you well know, on vacations, life still happens. Heart attacks happen, strokes happen, and for the life of me, I can't seem to figure it out, but stupid has a way of happening and doesn't always have to include alcohol. And then stop and think about our cruises and the excursions that we're doing.
Yeah.
We're not doing this stuff on a regular basis, okay?
Yeah.
So anything can happen when you're snorkeling, scuba diving, horseback riding, ATVs, zip lining, jeeps. Just a handful of incidents that I can think about. In fact, the head of our company, more than 10 years ago, was a victim of an ATV accident, and he sustained a severe head injury. I am very well aware of how very real something like this is. In fact, my little daughter, there was a set of twins in her grade that one of them died from injuries from an ATV accident. I remember it very well. So, yes, things happen. And what people don't realize is that internationally, if there are medical services that are required, they're going to ask you for payment first. And if you don't have it, oh well. And that's not the scenario you want happening in anyone's vacation. But all too often that is the case. And then you said if there is a death, on an island or internationally, trying to get that body back home can be upwards of 50 grand.
Wow.
So the reality is do you want to save a couple $100 for that 7-day vacation or 14-day vacation? Or do you want to make sure that if something medically is needed, you're covered? See, Middle Class America, they're the ones that are the notorious ones about saying, no, I don't need that, when they're in fact the people who need it the most. Because I don't know anybody who has that kind of cash, unless say there's a medical thing that's needed, and, maybe it's only $1,500 that they're asking for. Can you just write a check for $1,500?
Right.
Some people can't. Some people can, but some people can't. They can barely take the vacation that they're taking.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
But if you look at whoever the medical services is and says, no, I don't have that kind of money, I'm sorry, we can't service you. Well, if you're having a heart attack, can you wait to get home?
Right. Wow.
Now, your flight. If you're having a heart attack or something that's happened and you're on board a cruise ship and you have to be care flighted from the cruise ship to an island, that's minimum around 30 grand.
Wow.
If it's trauma related, you will be care flighted back to the United States. That's going to be upwards to 100 grand. Now, unfortunately, I do know that one firsthand because in 2017, and this is here in the United States, my second to oldest grandson fell out of a tree. The branch broke is what happened. Doesn't matter how many times Mama said, don't climb that tree. He still climbed it. But when he come down, he was in a park. When he come down, he landed on concrete. Broke his left arm and his left leg, and which required surgery on both his arm and his leg. He actually ended up having 2 surgeries on his leg. But that care flight, if that care flight was a 45-minute flight to get him to Dallas Children's Hospital. Okay? It thought she was going to fall off the stool when she opened it because she's like, Mom. And I said, what? She's like, your flight, $37,000.
Wow.
That was 2017.
Wow.
If that's how much it is here in the States, how much is it internationally? The things I've learned, but hey, the information I'm able to share helps
Right.
others.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does. Yes,
Further
it does.
down the line.
Yes, it does.
All right. One other thing about travel protection insurance, not only do I believe that people need it, you want to encourage them to get it. The people that you don't tend to have a problem with is your luxury clients. They tend to purchase annual policies that covers all their trips all year long.
Right.
But middle class America, you somehow, some way, help them to understand why they need it. It's in their best interest. And they also need to understand that, hey, if something does happen, and let's say it's a heart attack and you die, let's say in the Grand Caymans, okay? Your body will be stuck in a refrigerator until your family can get that body back to the States. And it does cost upwards to $50,000. All travel protection insurances have medical, dental, medical transportation, and it allows for services and a certain allowance of cost for transportation of a body. I wish there wasn't a morbid way of delivering that kind of information, but there's not.
It really isn't. It's just.
You just got to be honest and straightforward. And the thing is if something does happen over there, do you really want to saddle your family with how much it would cost them to get you back home?
That's good.
Just for
That's the way to
burial.
say it. Yeah, that's the way to say it. Wow.
Because the reality is the cheapest way to get a body back is have them cremated and bring them home in an urn. But now we're dealing with religions that don't allow that. Catholicism being one of the biggest ones. Family will come together with the immediate family to help get whoever that patriarch or matriarch is back home so they could be properly buried. But do you want the entire family to have to put out that kind of money? If you're especially middle class America and you're on a tight budget, you are exactly who I'm talking about, and you cannot afford to leave the United States without travel protection insurance. And a lot of people don't realize that their insurances are going to follow them wherever they go if they do have insurance. In fact, most insurances don't even follow you state to state.
Right. That's so true.
Got somebody who says, I understand why I need it, but I'm still going to turn it down. Then for you, if you don't already have this, I want you to get one. It's a waiver. Cruise lines and all-inclusive resorts require waivers if you turn down travel protection insurance. You know this.
Yeah.
But